Good morning, one and all. Present here. I am Hina Gupta from Department of Mathematics. Today, we are going to discuss unit number first. The name of unit first is Sets, Relation, Function and Theorem Proving Techniques. The topic on which we discuss today is inverse function and composition of function. So let's start our video. Outlines. Here are some outlines on which we discuss today. First one is prerequisite of topic. Second one, real life example. Third one, definition of inverse function. Fourth one, example based on inverse function. Fifth one, definition of composition function. Sixth one, example based on composition. After that, learning outcome, exercise, reference. So, this is the outline of the video in which we discuss one by one. First is prerequisite of topic. You have a basic knowledge about domain, range, basic knowledge of function, 1-1 mapping and onto mapping. So, there are 5 topics in which you have a basic idea. Now, real life example. The inverse function tells you how to get back to the original function. If you understand by its name, the inverse function means the inverse of any function. Suppose I am traveling at 60 miles per hour and want to know how far I have gone in x hours. Then this could be represented by the function fx is equals to 60x. So this is the function. Now, the inverse function. In mathematics, an inverse function, or we can say anti-function, is a function that reverses another action. If f of a to b is 1-1 onto mapping, such that fx is equals to y for x belongs to a and y belongs to b. Here f is a function from a to b and f is also 1-1 and onto mapping. Then such that function defined on a to b, fx is equals to y, where x is the element of a and y is the element of set b. Now this is the definition of function. Then by inverse mapping of f is denoted by f inverse and is a mapping from b to a. Now f inverse is from b to set a, where f inverse y is equals to x for all y belongs to capital B and x belongs to capital A. So this is the definition of inverse function. Clearly, f inverse y is equals to x, where y belongs to capital B and x belongs to capital A, which implies that fx is equals to y, where x belongs to capital A and y belongs to capital B. We can also say, if by mapping f, the f image of x is y, then by mapping f inverse, the image of y is x. In other words, we can also say, if f of a to b is such that f is a set of ordered pair x comma y, where x belongs to capital A and y belongs to capital B, then f inverse is from B to A is such that f inverse is a collection of ordered pair from y to x, y comma x, such that x belongs to capital A and y belongs to capital B. So this is the definition of inverse function. One important point, the inverse mapping of f of a to b will exist only when f is 1, 1 and onto. If f is a function who have 1, 1 mapping and onto mapping, then only in that case its inverse exists. Now, example based on inverse function. If f is a function such that q to q defined by fx is equals to 7x plus 7, where x belongs to capital Q, where q is the set of rational number, then evaluate f inverse y. So in this example, fx is given to us and we have to find the value of f inverse y. Now come to solution. Let y is equals to fx and the value of fx is equals to 6x plus 7. It's not 6x plus 7, it is 7x plus 7. Then x is equals to, now from here y is equals to 7x plus 7, we take the value of x, we get y minus 7 upon 7. If f of q to q is given y is equals to fx is equals to x comma y, which is belongs to capital Q. Here both the elements x and y belongs to the set of real number. Then the f inverse y such that from q to q is given by x is equals to f inverse y. The value of f inverse y is equals to x, and the value of x we put from here, x is equals to y minus 7 upon 7. So in this way we have find the value of f inverse y. Now come to second topic of this video. The topic name is composition, or we can say product of function. Let A, B, C be three non-empty sets. Consider two mapping. First one, f of A. First, f such that A to B, and the second mapping is G such that from B to C. We are having two mappings, f and G. Or consider two mapping f of A to B defined by y is equals to fx. The mapping is defined by y is equals to fx, where x belongs to capital A, or we can say x is a element of set A and y is the element of set B. So both x belongs to capital A and y belongs to capital B. Similarly, the second mapping G such that from set B to C defined by z is equals to gy, where y belongs to capital B and z belongs to capital C. The composition of mapping f and G is the composite mapping denoted by GOF, and is the function f of A to C is defined by. In short, we can say we are having two mappings, f which is defined from set A to set B, and second mapping G which is defined from set B to set C. From these two mappings, we formed a new mapping GOF, which is defined from A to C. The definition of GOF of A to C, where GOF x, here x is the element of capital A, is equals to G of f of x for all x belongs to capital A. So this is the definition of composition of a function. Now we can understand the definition by this example. So in this example, three sets are there, A, B and C. All are non-empty sets. In set A, we have take one element x. Now f is a function which is defined from A to B. In set B, y is equals to fx, because the image of x is fx and y is the element of capital B. Similarly, z is the element of capital C. Now y is equals to fx. Here G is a mapping from B to C, from set B to C. After that, we get z is equals to g of y. And now put the value of g of y. The value of y is f of x. So we get g of f of x. Now this is the element which belongs to GOF, the mapping which is defined from A to C. So GOF is a composite mapping of F and G, both the mappings. I hope you understand about composition mapping by this example. Now, here are some examples which is based on composition of function. Composition of function on a finite set. What is finite set? A set in which a finite number of elements. Then we can say it's a finite set. So we have given two functions, function f and function g, and we have to find the composition of function, means GOF. The function f having ordered pair 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1 and 4, 2. So f is a function having 4 ordered pair. Similarly, g are having also 4 ordered pair 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1 and 4, 2. So f and g is given to us. Now we have to find the value, the function GOF. So for this we know that 1, f 1, 1 belongs to capital F. It's an ordered pair 1, 1 which belongs to capital F, and G 1, 2 which belongs to capital, belongs to G. Now for both these ordered pair we get the first coordinate of both the functions of both the ordered pair is same. So if we composite these two ordered pair, we get 1, 2, because the second coordinate of F is same as the first coordinate of G. Now after using composition we get 1, 2, and this set comes in GOF. Similarly, second 2, 3 which belongs to capital F, If 2, 3 belongs to capital F and 3, 1 belongs to capital G, you can see we get 2, 1 ordered pair. For the composition of function, if 2, 3 belongs to F, so we have to choose that ordered pair in G whose first coordinate is 3. So we get 3, 1 in G, and after composition of 2 comma 3 and 3 comma 1, we get 2 comma 1. This is second ordered pair of GOF. And the process is same for others too. 3 comma 1 belongs to capital F. Now you have to choose a ordered pair in G whose first coordinate is 1. So we get 1 comma 2 in capital G. So we get 3 comma 2. So this ordered set again we get. At the last 4 comma 2. The 4 comma 2 belongs to F. Now we have to choose the ordered pair whose first coordinate is 2 in G. So the only ordered pair is 2 comma 3. If we composite these two ordered pair, we get 4 comma 3. So this is the last ordered pair in GOF. So in this way, the composition of function on a finite set, because both the set F and G are finite. Now come to exercise. This is exercise for you, in which you have to find the value of GOF, FOG, and in the last you have to show GOF is equals to FOG. So this is the exercise for you. Now learning outcomes. What we have learned from this video? We have learned about the inverse function. And the second one is, we understand about the concept of composition of function in detail. If we are having two functions f and g, then the composition of these two functions, we form a new function. We can say GOF. So in this lecture, we understand about the composition. We have also learned about the composition of function in finite set. So this is the references which I have used to make this video. This book help you to building concepts and give fundamental knowledge about discrete structure. So I suggest you to read this books. So this is the last slide of my presentation. I hope you got the concept of inverse function as well as composition of function. All your queries are sorted out for this video. So thank you for watching, and in the next video we will discuss about mathematical induction as well as pigeonhole principle. So thank you.